The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and welcome to Saturday's News. I'm Tracy Pa. In this edition, preparation works began for 2030 census, BSB expands banking services, and Ghana aims for a spot on hunters. Preparation works for the 2030 national census has begun as the National Statistical Office works to use new and emerging innovations to collect accurate population data. Acting National Statistician John Igitoy outlined the organization plans in a media conference in Port Moresby on Friday, 23 January 2026. When given an update on the progress of census collection in Papua New Guinea, the acting national statistician John Igitoy said the National Statistical Office is working with government agencies, development partners and stakeholders to prepare for the 2030 census. Igitoy said a key indicator that will be carried out this year leading to 2030 is the labor force survey. It will be the first ever survey to be conducted in the country in partnership with the Department of Labor and Industrial Services. The survey will produce gender disaggregated indicators on employment status, industry and occupation, hours of work and earnings, unemployment, labor force participation, education and training, informal employment, occupational qualifications and skills mismatch.
Also, on employment and unemployment, it should come out. The characteristics of employment, it should also come out in the survey report on that. We should also look at job search and labor mobility. That should also be included in the labor force survey. It should also look at the earnings and the condition of work. We will also be captured in this survey, as well as the informal economic indicators.
He said the other survey is the Demographic and Health Survey, followed by the Household Income and Expenditure Survey. The surveys will provide data for PNG's health situation, water sanitation and whether the WASH policy is effective or not, and distinguished the living standard among others.
Health, part of it, we are conducting the Demographic and Health Survey this year to ensure that we look at the population and its fertility rates. We look at the maternal and child death. We also look at the nutrition aspect of the population, the mortality rates, infant mortality, under 5-year-old mortality, neonatal mortality, and quite a number of other mortalities like the maternal mortality. So the key surveys that NSO, which the government funded for this year, is what we call the Household Income and Expenditure Survey, a very important survey that will base the consumer price index, the price movements of goods and services that Papua New Guineans consume.
Igitoy said the results of these surveys will help government planning when distributing funds for infrastructure and providing services, especially in health and education sectors.
To be given more attention so that we collect information that reflects the reality on the ground, so that our planners and decision makers can strategically plan for them, as well as allocate limited resources where it is needed most.
Meanwhile, the current population for PNG stands at 10.2 million. 20 Papua New Guinea teachers have begun a Master of STEM education program through the Australian Awards, strengthening their skills as educators and future school leaders. The teachers completed a graduate certificate in STEM education in late 2025, delivered with Curtin University. At the program's launch, Australian High Commission Acting Minister Councillor Laura Marson said supporting STEM teachers supports PNG's future innovators and leaders. The master's program will help teachers create hands-on lessons and use real-world problem-solving in classrooms. Scholar Dalcy Mariori says the training will improve teaching methods and learning outcomes. The program supports national education priorities and PNG to Australia cooperation. Prime Minister James Marape has assured Papua New Guineans that the country's two largest resource projects, Papua LNG and the Wafu-Golfu Gold and Copper Project, are not abandoned and are progressing towards their next critical development stages. Speaking on the margins of the World Economic Forum annual meeting in Davos, Marape said his government is working intensively with investors to move both projects towards final investment decisions, execution of key agreements, and assurance of development licenses.
Prime Minister James Marape has confirmed that he held discussions with Patrick Bowen, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Total Energies, who provided firm assurance that the Papua LNG project remains active. He explained that following the first round of engineering, procurement and construction, tenders estimated project cost had increased to approximately $18 billion, reflecting global inflation, supply chain pressures, and higher financing costs. However, he said Total Energies has since undertaken a comprehensive cost reduction exercise. He says the project remains economically viable at an estimated construction cost of around $14 billion, ensuring acceptable investor returns while preserving national value. Furthermore, Marape says the government and Total Energies have agreed to jointly review remaining cost components. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
BSP's 9-mile digital branch has processed close to 40,000 transactions in just 6 weeks, demonstrating high usage from customers around the 9-mile corridor. The branch has also recorded a deposit of close to 1 million kina from more than 2,000 customers using the deposit ATM within the same time period. BSP's General Manager for Retail Banking revealed these figures during the official launch of the 9-mile digital branch yesterday.
BSP's 9-mile digital branch opened for business 6 weeks ago, and within these 6 weeks, the branch recorded massive turnout from customers.
This branch, together with the ATMs, the 3 ATMs outside and 1 ATM here, has processed just under 40,000 transactions. More than 2,000 customers have already used our deposit ATMs, dispensing close to 1 million kina in cash. We have also onboarded close to 1,000 customers into internet and mobile banking, and we have also registered about 50 new one-talk wallet accounts as well.
Speaking at the branch opening, Dayal also outlined the bank's support to local commerce.
We are also proud to welcome LCO this week as an exclusive BSP FPOS merchant. This is a very strong partnership and it supports local commerce. It means that customers can pay quickly and securely, and it strengthens the confidence for businesses operating here. Because when payments are reliable, businesses can serve more customers and grow.
BSP Group CEO Mark Robinson expressed how 9-mile is expanding and highlighted the importance of having banking services delivered closer to home.
And we acknowledge that many people have had to travel long distances to our other branches in order to get served. And what hopefully this will do is allow people to access banking services much closer to home, which is a very big part of our mission, which is giving people their time back. and they can use that time to spend it with their families, spend more time at work, read a book, do whatever they want, but we want them to spend time with BSP, but only the time necessary to do some banking services. Traveling to get to a branch, we're trying to minimize.
The branch will service customers in Moresby Northeast, parts of Central Province along Sogeri Road, the Iritano Highway, and parts of Gulf Province. The 9-mile digital branch operates without cash over the counter. It offers smart self-service solutions that improve efficiency while maintaining full everyday banking services. Customers can deposit and withdraw cash through deposit ATMs and access a range of digital banking options without unnecessary travel. Ruth Rungula, TVWAN News.
Any eviction in the National Capital District and Central Province must go through the office of the Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police before police officers are engaged. Acting Assistant Commissioner of Police for NCD and Central, Benjamin Turi, made this statement when issuing directives to both the heads of NCD and Central Command to ensure all officers work together. ACP Benjamin Turi said it can only allow the NCD and Central PPCs to engage police officers when all eviction documents are screened and it is confirmed that the person who is the complainant is the legal owner and that eviction needs to be executed. He stated that if there is no authorization from his office and police are involved in carrying out evictions, then those police officers will be charged accordingly. Turi further issued directives to the National Capital District Metropolitan Superintendent Warwick Simatab and the Central Provincial Police Commander Chief Inspector Joseph Saleh to ensure that all officers work together as a team regardless of whether they are auxiliary, reservist or civilian staff within the organization. Stressing what Police Minister Sejon Pundari stated in his media conference recently, the NCD and Central Command is to be the lead command, working as a team in policing, as Papua New Guinea is situated within this command, which holds most of the government's assets that generate significant revenue for the government. Commander Turi, while acknowledging the minister's comments, called on all police station commanders to manage their police stations and sections, and if they were running a small business, that must produce results. Commander Turi also thanked the police officers who had worked hard last year to deliver peaceful operations in most of the events that occurred, including the 50th PNG Independence Anniversary. He said that NCD and Central Province officers had been working closely as a team and could continue to do so this year. Commander Turi said going forward, officers from both provinces, including the operational units, are asked to communicate effectively when traveling from one area of operation to another through police communication channels or in written minutes to each commander. He stated that when officers do this, they respect each other as well as the commanders and the officers looking after that area. You're watching TVWAN News. We'll have the days other stories after the break. Stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With BSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSP's One Talk Wallet. BSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Open net.
PNG's favorite soft drink now in bottles. Goldspot brings you fresh, bold flavors in brand new 500ml bottles. mango. More freshness, more flavor, more fun. Lime, orange, raspberry, and pineapple. Proudly made in PNG. Proudly Gold Spot.
Cold Power Citrus Blast uses stain-fighting active particles to remove dirt, grease and stains from your family's washing with less scrubbing and rubbing, reducing wear and tear and saving you time. Cold Power Citrus Blast has an amazing citrus fragrance that gives that extra freshness that will last all day long.
What would you say to 6 months free bonus credit? Wowee! That's right. Get the Wowee 4G LTE smartphone from Digicel and you'll enjoy 35 Kina bonus credit every month for 6 months, plus a whopping 50 gigs of data and 60 minutes free talk for 7 days. Hurry! Get your Wowee 4G LTE smartphone for only 199 Kina at a Digicel store or agent today and say Wowee to a total of 210 Kina free credit. Only with Digicel.
The Betfred World Club Challenge is underway. What an occasion, Kyle Amor. Spine-tingling stuff.
Yeah, good evening, Mark, and good evening to everybody else at home, wherever you are watching around the world.
Welcome back. Teachers across Eastern Highlands Province have been challenged to reset, recommit and deliver results as the 2026 school year begins.
The Eastern Highlands Provincial Education Division held its dedication service for newly posted teachers this week, bringing together educators from across the province. Teachers from the Eastern Zone gathered at Kainantu Technical High School with participants from Okapa, Hanganofi and Obura Wonenara districts. Teachers serving in the Western Zone attended a separate service at the YC Hall. Provincial Education Advisor Wesley Albert, the guest speaker, reminded teachers of their responsibility to deliver quality education to students and communities. Mr. Albert said they expect 100% results from early childhood through to secondary school. He assured teachers that the government would take care of promotions and entitlements, but stressed accountability to parents, guardians, and stakeholders. This year's education theme is Provide Quality Education by Creating Positive School Culture with God. Mr. Albert highlighted key focus areas including teacher discipline, student discipline, proper assessment, and improving English proficiency. Outgoing Senior Inspector for Basic Education, Mupe Kaupa, described teaching as a noble calling. He urged teachers to lead with honesty, respect, and discipline, reminding them that when teachers fail their duties, children and communities suffer. Michael Tamtipais, TV1 News.
The Mbongo District Development Authority has paid 200,000 kina in compensation to the family of a 75-year-old man from Tukupangi village who was killed during road construction works there in 2024. The accident occurred during road works between Kautul and Tukupani, which form part of the district's development program. Justice and Attorney General and member for Mbongo, Pilaninengi, presented the compensation payment during a visit to Tukupangi village. Mr. Nenengi thanked the villagers for remaining calm and not taking the law into their own hands following the tragic incident. He also assured the people that road projects suspended after the incident continue. Village leaders thanked Mr. Nenengi and pledged their continued support for future development initiatives. A new chapter has begun for the Mando people of Upper Mendi in the Mendi-Hunihu district of Southern Highlands province with the launch of the Manda Community Development Association last week. The association was officially launched on January 19, 2026 at the Apuatu Community Center.
uniting more than 16,000 people from 6 tribal groups under the theme 6 in 1.
The launch was a turning point for the communities there after more than 30 years of tribal conflict that claimed lives and disrupted the delivery of basic government services. It symbolized a move away from violence and instability towards peace, unity, and development. Traditional sing-sings, a brass band, and live music added color and excitement to the ceremony, reflecting renewed hope among the people. Association Chairman Tracy Noah Terrence said the initiative was inspired by his late brother Charles Noah, who had a vision to unite the 6 tribes. After his passing, he took on the responsibility to carry that vision forward. He urged leaders to set aside political differences, saying unity among leaders would bring positive change to the community. Mr. Terrence said the association would focus on peace and unity, spiritual development, improved health services, support for small and medium enterprise, gender equality, youth empowerment, education, and overall community welfare. Former member for Mendimunyu Dekewanu, businessman Barry Mini and Lucas Martin praised Mr. Terrence's leadership, while other district leaders also pledged their support. The Southern Islands Provincial Administration committed 500,000 kina to support the association, while the Mendimunyu District Development Authority pledged another 50,000 kina. Ruth Rongula, TVWAN News.
TVWAN News continues with a sports segment after these messages.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's OneTalk wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our OneTalks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's OneTalk wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
When you're all in, anything can happen. Grab a Coca-Cola and enjoy the moment.
Hey PNG, guess what?
What?
You can save up to 34% on Digicel TV plans when you pay with Cell Money.
Nice, yeah.
And now, just visit a Cell Money agent or Digicel store to deposit money into your Cell Money wallet. Then dial *888# to buy your prepaid TV plan from your Cell Money wallet, or use the Cell Money app and boom, save up to 34%.
Yeah.
Now you can enjoy more entertainment for less, only with Cell Money, a product of Digicel.
Welcome back. Premiership winning 5-8 with the Snakes Tigers, Joel Ghana is amongst new PNG Hunters recruits, burning sweats to lock down a starting spot in the Hunters lineup when season 2026 kicks off.
Ghana made his intentions known in the recent media meet in Port Moresby, highlighting his goals of the season.
My number one goal was to learn as much as I can. And number two goal is to make the final cut for 2026. My number three goal is to find a spot in first 17 squad.
The former Port Moresby Vipers have said he will be working hard throughout the preseason to realize these goals, and if given a chance to play, he will grab the opportunity with both hands.
Hopefully, if I'm given the chance to play, and I'll do my best and make my team proud, make my province, country proud, by winning one premiership again.
Young Gena comes from a mixed parentage of Chimbu and Hela. He grew up with his maternal grandparents at 9 Mile, Port Moresby, and considers himself a Chimbu. Gena is imagining that day when his grandparents can sit on the stand and watch his debut. For him, it will be the most memorable experience of his rugby league career. Gena came through Port Moresby Vipers program. He made his debut for the Vipers in 2022 before spending the next 3 seasons with the club. He moved over to Ley last year and won the competition with the Tigers. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
The Inter-District Rugby League off-season tournament is officially started at Kanafa Village in Eastern Highlands Province, marking another milestone for Grassroots Rugby League development. Hosted for the second year, the tournament is organized by Kafana Rugby League, founded last year by local patron Jeremiah Uno Canissimo and his wife. The league is now registered with PNG Rugby League, allowing players to compete in sanctioned competitions nationwide. Mr. Conosimo says the league aims to discipline young players and steer them away from drugs, alcohol and violence while exposing village talents to higher levels of the game. Sponsored by PNG Simol Andong, the competition has already produced results with 11 players selected by the Gorka Bintangor Lahanis last year. This season, Digital Cup selectors from Gorka, Morobe and Ley are in Gorka scouting for new talent.
Yang kelaman na meri go back na community na bugi mol through lo desla na open go back na straight na outline blow so big thinking lo midlayan desla ocean na mitla starting na inter season challenge tu and very successful na PN lo desla and mitla affiliating big lo mitla so sanction di kandani lo PNG RFL so inside the Eastern Highlands and tutla lo koroka na mitla second one. So mitla running big lo mitla kamrosen na now yeah mitla running na off-season in the district.
South Highlands United recorded their first ever OFC Pro League victory on Friday, holding off a spirited second-half comeback from Vanuatu United FC to win 2-1 at North Harbour Stadium, Auckland. The match began at a frantic pace.
The match initially started off with both sides portraying strong performance as both teams looked to secure their first wins in the competition. Despite losing New Zealand international Oscar Van Hattum just before kickoff, South Island United took control immediately. It took only 4 minutes for Ryan Fields to make history, racing onto an Oli Van Riesel long ball and calmly slotting home the club's first ever goal.
That's behind him. Here comes Fuchs. Big chance here, and it's a goal. Ryan Fuchs has given South Island United a dream start here at North Harbour Stadium.
Moments later, South Island doubled the lead. Following a slick build-up play from Rai McLeod and David Yeo, Harris Jeff curled a superb strike into a top left corner from the heads of the box. Jeb nearly added a third shortly after, but goalkeeper Matt Hecton blocked his effort to keep Vanuatu in the game. Vanuatu United, weary from playing their third match in a week, eventually found their footing. Before the break, South Island keeper Stephen Van Dijk was forced into 2 crucial saves, tipping a William Cardona shot over the bar and winning a one-on-one battle against Ajariah Solomon. The second half was a story of missed opportunities and VAR drama. South Island's Jackson Manuel retold the crossbar early on, while Fuchs continued to test Acton. However, a technical shift from Vanuatu coach Last Hope paid off in the 67th minute when substitute Alex Saniel headed home to make it 2-1. Vanuatu pushed desperately for an equalizer. In the 86th minute, they thought they had found it when Owen Smith fired into the bottom corner. However, after a VAR review, the referee ruled the goal out for a soft foul on Christian Gray in the build-up. South Island held firm through the final minutes to secure their 3 points. Both teams now look ahead to round 2, which begins next week in Port Moresby. Michael Tamti-Price, TVWAN Sports.
This ends the sports segment, and now the weather. For the news, that ends the news. There is a renewal of strong wind warning issued by the PNG National Weather Service to the following areas: southern PNG to Indonesia border, to Daro to Gulf of Papua. There are strong westerly to northwest winds of 20 to 33 knots and are expected to persist for the next 24 hours, causing rough seas. All small crafts and boats are advised to take necessary precautions before going out to sea, especially in these warning areas. And that ends the news tonight. Pleasant viewing. Good night.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by